I always thought my great-uncle, Father Enoch, had left behind only old books and some religious relics that no one knew how to identify anymore. After his death, over 40 years ago, a trunk with his things was left in the attic of the house where I grew up, a place I rarely visited. A few weeks ago, however, looking for old photographs, I realized the trunk's rusty padlock finally gave way. Inside, among broken rosaries, candles still smelling strongly of tallow, and pages of handwritten sermons, I found something that sent a chill down my spine. A yellowed letter, folded with extreme care, with the name Reverend Enoch written on the cover. The handwriting was steady, the sender Richard H., the date November 24, 1983. And the letter, well, the letter is the reason I haven't slept well for days. I'm going to read it exactly as it was written, word for word. Dear Father Enoch, I write to you as a last resort and perhaps as the last act of courage I have left. I do not know if these words will ever reach you, but I need to record them before my sanity or my life dissipates completely. It was you who taught me during my catechism years about the deepest matters of the soul, so it is only in you that I can confide my affliction. I live with my family in a small house in a suburban neighborhood, the kind that should be quiet, full of running children and friendly neighbors. But our house, Father, our house seems to exist outside of this world. It's just me, my mother, and my younger sister, Abigail. I am 25 and have become, against my will, the man of the house since my father passed away. My mother, poor soul, hasn't smiled in years. Abigail sleeps little, eats little, speaks little. It is as if we are alive only out of obligation, breathing on autopilot, as if something sucks our vitality every night. And this something, Father, I call the widow. She appears every night at 8 o'clock sharp, as if obeying an invisible clock. An elderly woman, hunched over, wearing a black mourning dress that drags along the floor. We never manage to see her face clearly. It is wrinkled, withered, like skin hanging on fragile bones. She looks like a widow stepped out of an ancient portrait, but moving with the delicacy of someone who should have been buried decades ago. She wanders slowly through the hallways. She never speaks, never makes a sound. She just exists, gliding through the house for hours until almost dawn. And we are hostages of the widow. There are rules, Father, 4 rules we learned to respect the hard way. First, we cannot look directly at her. If our eyes fix on her for more than a second, she notices, and when she notices, something in her changes. She becomes aggressive. We dare not provoke her again. Second, we must speak only in whispers. Noise irritates her. A sound louder than a plate being set on the sink can make her turn her rotting face in our direction. Third, no one can be outside the house when she appears. This is non-negotiable. This is fatal. Fourth, never try to flee or try to confront her. We live following these rules like someone following survival rituals. We always shower before 8. We eat dinner in silence. After that, we stay in our rooms, always listening to her delicate footsteps. Sometimes we feel her presence beside the bed. When she is very close, we smell a nauseating sour stench. Every night we silently clamor for dawn. Life has become this miserable cycle, repeated for years. My father was a strong man, the kind who laughs at supernatural stories. When all this began, he struggled to accept that he was facing an entity, but he observed the widow's patterns closely and wrote the rules I exposed in this letter. Until one day, exhausted from so much fear, he decided to disrespect the third rule and simply did not return home on time. They found his body the next morning on a bench by the lake shore, a place where, before the widow appeared, he always liked to take night walks. He was sitting on his favorite bench. The medical team said it was a heart attack, but they couldn't explain his appearance. His body was dry, as if something had drained every drop of life, tearing away his energy, his soul, everything. After his death, the presence became even stronger, and we weaker. We live in her shadow. My mother seems to age faster than normal. My sister, once talkative and full of dreams, now only lives in silence. I, Father, carry deep, dark circles under my eyes and feel my body tired as if I were 50 years older. Every day I think about running away, but I remember my father's fate, and I stay. The feeling is that we are being raised like animals trapped in an invisible pen, waiting for the moment she decides we have lived long enough. What despairs me is not death itself, but everything we will still suffer before its arrival. I write this letter as testimony of the drama I live alongside my mother and young sister before I no longer have the strength to record anything. I only ask, Father, pray for us, and please do not approach this house, do not try to help. Our fate was sealed a long time ago, and I cannot allow this curse to find new victims. May God have mercy on whoever inhabits this house after us. With deep sorrow, Richard H. When I finished reading the letter in the attic, I realized my breath was trembling. That story, it was impossible to believe, but also impossible to ignore. I placed this letter among my collection of mystery and horror items and went down the stairs with an uneasy feeling about that family's history. And above all, I wonder what my great-uncle's reaction was upon reading this letter. Did he just keep it? Did he try to help? Are his depression and death by heart attack a few years after receiving this letter related? Sometimes when night falls, I think about what Richard wrote, and I pray that that house is no longer tormented by the widow. Did this story send shivers down your spine too? If you want to see other scary legends, unexplained mysteries, or cases that keep you awake like this one, leave a comment below. Your opinion helps a lot in choosing the channel's next stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any new dark tales. Thanks for watching, and may your soul never cross the widow's cursed path.